All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Swain Batty League. I am the one, the only AJS Count to Zero. I am here with Team Swain's own, my Wang, Mr. Wang. Are you ready for some Tilted League of Legends?
This is gonna be some spoony shit if any of you guys have checked out the op.gg of these players. Because I feel like they all had a plan going into this week and then they just threw it out the window.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people practicing some off rolls. I've heard a lot of things through the grapevine. Uh, we'll see what happens when these guys get into the game, which was not ready to start. You know how it goes. uh,
are from three sides and then
it's fine.
JK, not
we
ready.
are taking those bans from table for 4 and tossing them in the trash as fast as they can. So, but yeah, this really interesting match here. So, Power Tops 2-2 right now. Autofill Incorporated 2-3. So Autofill is now playing for their best case scenario is a 4-way tie, or it's the putting some fear into their opponents prior to the first seed selecting a bracket opponent. They don't have anything else they're playing for. But Power Tops could still feasibly get the first seed. They won both their games in week 1, including against this team.
And against the other team they playing tonight.
Yeah, so they've only lost to my team, to NFT, but they've lost to us the last 2 weeks. And I am just really curious to see if a team that has only lost to one of the 3 other teams in the SBL, there's the commissioner. We need to strip more bans.
how a team that's only lost to only one other team to the SBL takes tonight, and just they already have a substitute player in their lineup.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
All right, well, we've apparently got somebody in the bathroom, which is, part of the course. So I guess, yeah, that's the other point we can talk about here before any drafting happens. Darkin is in instead of Phoenix plays tonight. He last played some preseason games, has not played since. I did not play against. I don't think I played against him. I don't remember.
I think they played them in the I think they played Phoenix plays versus maybe you guys in the first round of the preseason, and then he played my team in the second round. And during the game that he played my team, Tree on Leona actually got more damage off than his Vigar mid lane, who throughout the total of the game, and I went back and I looked at the replay, Darkin got 3 auto attacks and 1 Vigar ult throughout the entirety of the game.
That's not a lot of damage.
That was not a lot of damage. So I'm interested to see if that was just maybe an unlucky game. Maybe they think that he's got something over Phoenix plays, who has honestly been doing pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think most of us thought he was going to be the for sure starter, but as far as I know, this is a choice. Okay, I think that's the okay to send it.
Start it up.
Acting commissioner and tell these guys to start it. Yeah, I agree. I think Phoenix has played well and I don't know. I just wonder if this team is really tilted, and if they are, I'm proud to have done that to them. But finally, we have actual champion picks to analyze. And speaking of divisive picks, the Mr. Tuesday Yasuo is going to be the first thing banned here. I think you will get very wildly different answers on how people feel about that pick.
I mean, it did all right in one of the games, and the other game it didn't do very good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and all right, this is actually where some of the role swaps, the Ashe AD carry ban, coming at Just Dan. If you're looking at that op.gg, he's got 3 games of Rammus for his team. Maybe swapping into jungle, so we'll see if that Ashe even matters.
Yo, what if they ban Ashe and Rammus? What if they just ban him out of both roles?
I would love to see that. Maybe he's got like some Zac. I feel like him and 30 could be like exchanging some Zac tech. And then the Trundle coming out for Thunderconth.
Really had my hopes up to see like 580 carry bans here.
Zeri, I don't. Tree played a Zeri game last night. Wrong team. Wow, I am so dumb.
Yeah, Tuesday's played a bit of Zeri, and I know a lot of people don't like Zeri.
Yeah, I don't like Zeri either.
The game that he Giga popped off. And man, shout out to these teams who have to like spend the whole 30 seconds on first rotation bans. Newsflash, if you're an SBL player and you don't know what your first three first rotation bans are, like before the draft starts, you're doing the SBL thing wrong. Like you could just like figure those out in advance. And there's maybe like one conditional statement of like, if they ban this, we have to pivot. I'm not setting up the bets. I don't give a shit.
An awkward court Urki ban to give up Thundercunt's one-trick Garen.
Yeah,
I find that an interesting choice.
Yeah, that has to be a conscious decision. Everyone is very aware of this Garen that is by far his most played champ, and they're gonna just let him have it. So we're gonna finally see this Thundercunt Garen in action.
As well as Dario Chapman's Volibear went through as well. They could have picked that, which is banned against him, I'm pretty sure, every other game of the season.
Yeah, but he's not going to play 80 carry Volibear.
Hey, there's the Ezreal! Alright, this is what we've been seeing in the match history of Dario Chapman. Ezreal bot lane. I don't think Dan plays this, so are we going to see Chapman total tilt into another lane that's not TOP?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. I don't know what this Dan tree lane is gonna do, but I know it's gonna be exciting. And I mean, he's either going to go Dario Chapman. If that's Dario Chapman on the Ezreal, he's either going like 14-2, or he's going like 11-11. I don't think there's gonna be anything in between. And it's gonna come back to Nami, or presumably hook resets, which I think that's a new pick. That's not.
No, we saw this in Okja in the match history. This is likely a Mr. Tuesday Okja bottom lane if the match history is correct.
And well, we were just talking about how wild it is that one team lost a few matches and has thrown everything out the window, but it might actually be both teams that have thrown everything out the window. At least for the side of Autofill Incorporated, they don't have a chance at the 1 seed unless the 4-way tie happens and falls their way. So this really could just be, hey, it's the, our last game of the season. Let's test something to see how it feels before we go into best of fives. Get a little bit of on-stream practice doing these role swaps and figure out if that's something maybe for the best of fives we want to pivot to. So I don't hate them doing this as much. But that's a lot of pressure on hook resets, who I've never seen play mid before.
I've seen him play Kale a couple of times.
Yo, shout out to the man, the myth, the bong, drawing 2 more bans. By the way, the Garen is a denial pick against the bong crank, so really being pinched here. Are you sure you saw Hook playing mid? Respect the Twitch chat is right. Like, that would make Hook going 80 and Tuesday going mid would make a million times more sense, because they literally did that last SBL season on my team.
You're right.
Why the fuck did I listen to you? God damn it.
Why did I say anything?
Oh, this is what happens when I'm in my casting zone. I believe what the my co-analysts tell me. Big mistake. Big mistake. So as we're ticking through these bans here, it's gonna be Bonkrank on his trying to find the adjective for this Cho'Gath. It's, hey Alexa, what's another word for bad? But Darkin picking up right where Phoenix leaves off and picking SBL Ziggs. Maybe that's the plan. It's not that they wanted to bench Phoenix, they just wanted to get SBL Ziggs on their team, and they knew this would be the easiest way to do it.
Take Phoenix out of the lineup so you don't draw a Ziggs ban.
And wait a second, is that gonna? I am so confused now. Maybe
Mr. Tuesday on the Silas?
I need to watch all of these trades. Oh cool, that's Silas. Yeah, he played that for us a lot. That doesn't surprise me. It's the Garen or the Malphite going in the jungle, which are both things that Dario plays in the jungle though. That's what I'm really wondering about here.
Keep trading.
They're gonna fuck with us all the way down the counter. You know, this is why LCS has rules like you have to stop trading at 20 seconds so the enemy team can like make sure they get their masteries right. I'd believe like any combination here other than I know Tree is playing Zyra.
Oh, and Dario Chapman might be playing the Malphite jungle.
The best part is we can't even see summoners, so I don't even know. Is it Malphite jungle? Probably, but like
it's gotta be. All right, there it is. It's locked in.
This is gonna be a weird ass game.
Dario Chapman is not the AD carry.
Yeah, we got baited. We got outsmarted.
We did get baited. But although they still picked the Ezreal, which I find kind of awkward.
Bro, if your AD carry is gonna just be dying all the time, like they're just making him practice the trifecta of inter AD carry picks: Ezreal, Jhin, Sivir. Those are the picks where your team's like, you're never going to be the reason we win the game. Just make sure you can play these three characters, and they're making sure he gets reps on all three of them. I respect
it. I guess I do as well.
All right, so we got 2 minutes here. I broke my rule a little bit about not talking about the game during the spectator delay because there was a lot going on here. I don't know. Let's just talk about the mental of these teams a bit, because I know we were talking before stream went live about how like we think these teams are tilted. We talked about it a bit in the lead up to this about how we think these teams are tilted. I mean, if you're power tops, you've basically been being disrespected for 4 weeks straight. As like everyone that's talked about your team, everyone on Batty Breakdown is like, they're shit. You win, everyone's still like, no, they're still shit. And now they've lost the last 2 weeks. They've got us on stream. Oh, or is Dario gonna play AD carry? Are they gonna bench their mid laner? Is this the bounce back end?
They did bench their mid laner. I I honestly don't see how Darkin does any better than Phoenix plays when you've had Phoenix getting in the reps every week, and it's not like they pulled out a crazy pick. Man, they must know something that we don't.
And on the other side, they've got Tuesday on the Silas, who, I mean, Tuesday popped off in a ton of games last season as a mid. So, like, it's not like he's going into an easy, like, oh, I'm going to play Victor, like, we're going to both just farm the wave at range kind of matchup. Like, Silas is going to try to fucking kill you.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got 30 to really help him out. Malphite's really not going to do too much to Silas as he comes in and presses the Q button on him as your mid laner's getting destroyed. Though Malphite jungle was a win that I think they pulled out against our team in week 1.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of Dario's picks that I don't think he has it in him to play against my team. So I'm never gonna get to see these matchups in real. Alright, so here we go. Onto a load screen. Hopefully no spectator issues this week. Obviously, spectator's been getting progressively worse for about 8 years now. But I see champion portraits. Okay, that's a good start.
Oh. I was like going in and checking the mastery of these people. Darkin, not even mastery level 4. Ziggs, come on, man.
Damn, dude, we've got a bunch of Mastery 7s on the side of Power Tops. Will that be enough to save them? Well, you have a Mastery 7 bot lane on the side of Autofill Incorporated.
2 locked masteries, both the Ziggs and the Volibear. So I think the 30's Volibear has turned out to be pretty good for the most part.
Alright, so we are into the game real quick. I'm gonna fast forward this a minute. It's 25, 26, 27.
$35, $37, 6.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
40, 41. I think we're synced, but you counted numbers out of order there. We'll take that as a yes. So neither of these teams doing anything at level 1. What a shame. You know, after... oh my god, dude, the right side portraits thing. So this bothers me even more now that I realized this is also happening in LCS games.
Oh yeah, just like that. Why does why does Spectator have to only get worse?
I don't know, man. Small indie company. This is why it's not just the gameplay. Like, they've clearly screwed up the back end of this game for 10 years straight, too. They really should just roll everything back to 2014 and start over. You know, RuneScape did it. Like, why can't League of Legends? You just delete every champion that's been released after that point, and then you start releasing new, different champs. You can have League of Legends Classic. Cash that game out in a different direction.
That would be amazing.
Alright, so one thing to watch here, we got junglers starting on opposite sides of the map. Not something that we've seen happen a bit, but it's not like super common. But Dario, in theory, should be the way better jungler, so if he catches this, which he should, because Cho'Gath was late to lane, I'm curious to see if he does anything to try to punish 30. Obviously not playing a traditional punish you kind of jungler, Malphites, so we'll see if he's able to actually do any punishing.
And not only a non-traditional jungler, Malphite jungling, but also taking some pretty interesting runes here. He's going with the Dark Harvest runes. Usually signifies AP Malphite, which could be a slightly worse jungler.
Yeah, and awesome aggression there out of Hook Resets. He's probably 6 games this season, gets level 2 first, and gets a big trade-off. And he gets level 2 on the Lucian, who's got probably one of the better level 2s in the bot lane. Immediately chunks tree for like 2/3 of his health.
Big's actually getting a lot of good poke off mid. Right as I say that.
He is such a man! Hook Resets going for it. We can flash, heal, or triple summoners here. And the pressure continues. Oh, he knows he is strong side right now. His jungler near Dario Chopman far. I don't think we're going to see Hook Resets recall here. He's got 3 health potions. He's still got his flash. But, I'm just Dan. I think he's, actually, wait a second. This line's pushing the other way. Whoa, wait a second. Hook Resets is missing a lot of CS down here. He could be up more right now.
Volibear looking towards the Scuttle Crab.
Malphite showing up top lane, and we were worried about Bonkrank early on here. He's got his flash available.
Attack. Q. It doesn't do anything because you're Malphite.
Bro, Hook Resets is literally 1v2ing in this lane, goes forward, and now they're going to stick some damage on a tree. I think he is really trying to force this. He's going to be able to, but it's going to be a trade here. Akja going to kill the Zyra, and that is a 2-for-1 in the bot lane, won by Autofill Incorporated. And the lane is pushing. Big win for Autofill.
Yeah, Hooks is going to be able to easily dominate this lane after that. Not that he wasn't before.
Yeah. And, dude, I love one thing about Season 2022 is that, like, you don't have people saving their teleports for stupid bot lane fights anymore. They just use it to lane.
Yeah, just go back, get some health.
And by the way, sorry, pivoting here. Bonkrank, I know I was happy for him walking out with his life, not even having to go his flash, but he's getting fucked up on the CS count right now. He's putting some good damage down to Thunder. Actually, I think Thunder's in some real danger here, but Bonkrank's not playing aggro.
I'm pretty sure Bonkrank could have easily won that.
Yeah, I don't know
Like-
why he didn't stick to that. Was a huge wave that Thunder had to run through. But that's turning into a mountain in the CS differential up top. By the way, Bonkrink already doesn't have his teleport. Now he's looking to bounce this and teleport again. Or bounce this and recall again, sorry.
Okay, he's got a ton of health over Garen now. Garen's
Hook
been able to...
resets. Has no chill. I don't know what that on Ocho was. I'm surprised he even got the assist there. It looked like he didn't want to, but holy crap, hook resets.
30 able to easily pick up this dragon. Now if
Yeah.
I move it to the other side of the map, not really gonna do anything.
Now watch this. Cho'Gath's dead here. I'm calling this early because I'm positive.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm sorry. He flashed, and Thunder didn't want to flash for flash him there. I think he got a flash for flash and killed him there, but he might be winning this lane by so much that he doesn't even take that chance. He can just save it for later and get the kill with ease.
honestly, if Cho levels here, he could just press R.
Yeah, he's lost a decent amount of EXP from all his recalls though.
Oh, then Malphite's looking at the tower dive.
Smart. See if they can get him before he hits 6 too.
But Malphite is not 6. It's only a level 5 Malphite.
He just got to take the tower, let Thunder walk up there and ult him, right? Although I think the creeps maybe not doing him any favors here. And actually, Ziggs is kind of looking towards top, but he doesn't have his ult, so I think, yeah, they're going to smartly call that one off. They were just playing to see if Bonkrink makes a mistake there, and he didn't. And sometimes if you could just show and force that wave to crash like that is the way. We'll see here, though, what can Dario do to Tuesday? Tuesday does steal the Malphite ult, but he's taking a lot of damage. Waiting for his jungler to get close, but here we're going to chain into the ult. Dario Chopman flashing out with 30 flashing after him. Now we do see Garen coming down from the top. 30 trying to make this damage tick, but Dario's just walking out with just enough health, and now 30. Oh, Darkin's not going to land the bombs, doesn't have a lot of mana here, and what looked like it had potentially be a bunch of kills, going to be none.
Yeah, Silas really not doing a lot of damage at this point in the game. Was not able to blow him up. Good damage, good trades in the bot lane for autofill incorporated. They're
Yeah.
so far ahead in this lane.
Yeah, they're up a lot, but you see right now is the first time they're kind of playing on the back foot. They're down a lot of health collectively right now, and Tree and Dan have a lot of opportunities to keep poking away here. I think Cal, he's perfectly content to just sit there and get most of this farm under his tower for a while. I don't think they're going to go for anything aggressively here, especially with no mana on that Lucian.
Oh, looks like there might be something going down around mid here shortly.
As SBL Zig's gonna maybe be on kill all the players. Hook Resets is really trying to force here, as now he goes in on Tree, but maybe a little aggressively. Hook Reset's gonna take everything from the opposing bot lane, throwing away a lot of his lead. But on the other side, SBL Zig's coming through flash for a kill on the Mr. Tuesday. And that is 2 kills in 2 different places for Power Tops.
Yeah, power tops are able to actually, despite having some lanes that are at least lane a little bit behind, they are up a tiny bit of gold here.
Yeah, and I gotta say this out loud. I have no idea what in the fuck Hook Resets thought he was doing there. Like, that looked completely inexcusable to me. It's like you have no health. You're up against Zyra who can snare you from like so far away, and it's like you're just blowing ults to try and clear that pink ward in a lane that you probably want to be pushed in anyways. But in this top lane, we'll see, will either of these commit the all? Thunder has to flash, and there is, just barely out of range of the chomp.
Yeah, but Cho could go down and just get a free stack off of Rift Herald if he wants, if his team lets him. JK, never mind, his team doesn't let him.
He's not paying that much attention to the map. But good out of Bonkrink. He was down like 40 to 12 CS early, and he's basically
150 extra gold go over to Autofill Incorporated, but That looked very much like a greed play.
This is Tree saying what I'm thinking, and now Bonkrag has to die. Yeah, Thunder gonna finally get his first harder and kill the top lane. So we've got a bloody game on our hands, Wang.
And gets a nice little Dark Harvest stack for Malphite. Yeah, very much a bloody game.
And that's, I mean, we've been saying every week on the Baddie Breakdown, that's what Power Tops wants, right? They want to drag you down to their level. And so far, it feels like that's what's happening.
Yep. Yeah, this is Power Tops very much taking control. Teleport being used up top lane. That dragon's about to spawn though.
We'll see here in the mid lane. Darken is pretty pushed up. There's no help on the Tuesday, but oh, Tuesday, you greedy son of a bitch! That was a free kill, but Tuesday thought he could go in there and steal the kill, and I don't know why, but Darken is clearly looking a lot better than he did in the preseason because he is kind of fucking Tuesday's girl right now.
Yeah, I've seen him get off more damage than he did in the entire first preseason game against our team.
Oh, and
so,
now Tree's gonna just disrespect Cal and Oakjaw a little more. Basically, 1v3 here. Ezreal trying to put the damage down. Everyone is so low. I don't think Dan's gonna get another arcane shift here, though. But Tree, he's got to be looking back on last season when he was laning with Cal, and he was just like, he does dumb shit and throws his life away. But so, fortunately for Hook Resets, so does I'm Just Dan. My mama said to only say, if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
We have returned to Monkey. We have returned to Monkey.
Now Tree maybe a little too pushed up here, but Malphite is coming towards to hopefully defer this dive, but it may be a little too late. 5-3-1 on the Hook Resets. Okay, Wayne, we're 12 minutes into this game. Everything's a shit show. Who should be feeling good right now? Like, which team?
I mean, I feel like Power Top should be feeling good, because I feel like they have a top laner that's in a good situation. They're watching Tuesday or Hooks just straight up get cocky all the time. So your Zyra's getting fed at least. Your Power Top's mid lane is winning against presumably a better mid, and your Malphite is existing.
Yeah, taking a look at the gold here. I mean, it is big. It's 1,400 up for Hook Resets, and it's about 1,400 up for Thunder Cunt. So about equivalent leads on opposite sides of the map here. But I mean, you just have to think it could be so much bigger. Like Hook Resets. It feels like he could have gotten all of these. Yeah, he could have. And this is the story of him playing AD carry last season. It was, you feel like he could solo win all of these games, except the mistakes he would make would be so costly and made so unnecessarily. As now the top laners are gonna just go man mode on each other. Bonkrag was down a level there, else I think he actually had a chance. Of course, but here we go. Dario Tribe going in deep for the ult. Gets a lot of damage here, but a nice defensive ult out of Ultra. I like this. Dario Tribe taking a lot of damage. Dario Tribe gonna go down now 30 going forward, but his team's a little far back here. I think they take the safe 1-for-1, but they are not gonna be able to mop this Shelly into the turret. And that may have actually been okay for Power Tops to give up one, but not let Shelly crash.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough Shelly by 30. He was just trying to get the plates in the end there. I feel like if you have to do or Shelly that risky, it feels almost worth it to just hold it.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the timer, but here we go. Dan walks forward. Dan loses his life. Hook Resets didn't even need to pop the ult there, but he was overwhelmed by his own damage. And I think we're gonna see a trade of tier 1s here.
First tower is going to go down to Garen, though.
Yeah, actually, gonna pop the ignite and nearly lose his life there. Watch out, though, we do have a big fight coming up top lane as both mid laners making the way up. There's no tower here, but it's maybe not going to matter. Thundercunt trying to put some damage down. He's going to just turn and try to fight this one. Mr. Tuesday is a squishy little Silas, but he's going to turn at the right time this time. Cho'Gath going to get the stack.
Alright, that is the first, I feel like, good play that we've seen out of Silas.
Return to Monkey.
All game. Not inspiring a lot of confidence. I don't think we're gonna see that Silas ban going into playoffs against this team.
And Dario.
0-1-2. I mean, he still hasn't had a positive jungle game yet. We all talk about the 7-7 Urgot game. I mean, we looked at his Echo last week where he missed several ults that would have saved his life.
Do you think they're just trolling, like,
Just
the entire
trolling for
regular
playoffs?
season? Yeah, they're just like, dude, like, Swift team's gonna get the 1 seed, and then they're gonna pick us, and then we're gonna just put Brandon top when he's gonna own Salvo for 3 straight games.
Nah, I don't foresee that as ever gonna be a future.
Alright, so we do have a big fight breaking out here. There's a lot of ults have already been blown. Some good damage coming out. I hope he sets on the tail end of this. I think it's Power Tops that is going to end this one a little lower. And this dragon does not spawn for another minute 15. So it's just sometimes you really feel like all showing up to party together. Well, Tuesday does have to pop the Malphite ult defensively there. So that's a pretty big Silas ult off the table.
It may have been running out as well too.
I guess that would probably make more sense. So Tuesday and Oksha still have not gotten this bot tower.
7 kills on Hook's resets.
Yeah, they've had
We're
to take
about to
some inopportune recalls. It's felt like they've not been able to really pressure this tower as much as they'd like to. But Tree, I was gonna say put some good damage in here, but he's also gonna deal some good damage in return.
We got Dragon spawning here in 20 seconds.
Yeah, 30 is pathing away, so they're not gonna have the control set up in advance. But I think he looks like he's sprinting straight down. Bonk Crank going as well. This would be 3rd Dragon for autofilling, so I don't know if they want to give this. Thunder does have his teleport available. He's got the pressure set up. And now they may be, this is the kind of situation where you really see Bonk Crank make wrong decisions a lot. So I'm curious, he did get back to top lane, I think, in time to defend here. So we can either have a 4v4 or a 5v5 at the Dragon Pit, as both the teleports are available. Tree not at full health, but Dario, he is getting in here, getting seen. And Thundercunt is
strong.
Yeah, Thundercunt though, he gets in here much earlier than Bonk Crank. Bonk Crank is still farming under his tower, so this is a 5v4. And Hookie says he's going for the assassination. He's going to get it. Zyber goes down, and now everyone in this Dragon Pit looking for the spite off. It is going to go over to Dario, but what will be the cost? A 1 for 2 so far, making that a 2 for 2. And I do not think we're done here. Is everyone going forward? Silas with his 3rd death of the game. Aksha flashing defensively, and Bonk Crank, you have nowhere to run as he's going to take this team on the long chase through the jungle. Oh, wait a second, he had flash! Oh, no! Bonk Crank, the outplayer.
His 3rd eye opens and he sees the escape.
Literally, in my mind, right as I'm going, wait, but does he have flash? And I, like, turn my head to look at his portrait. I just hear flash and see the effect out of the corner of my eye. Oh, man. But all in all, Dario Chapman gets the Dragon secure, which is huge. They get the tower bot lane. Big win there for Power Tops, who I was saying earlier, you know what, this team, they've only lost to 1 team in the SBL. Maybe there's 1 team that's just their kryptonite, but they have no issues against the other teams.
This is very true. I mean, like, maybe all the shit talk that they've been hearing for the last few weeks is all for naught. And these guys are going to come out as #1 team in SBL regular season.
Yeah, and if there's a team that, like, I mean, who's the best player that can be forced to return to Monkey? It's got to be Cal by a mile, right?
Yeah, right.
That man is liable.
80 carry Cal.
He's liable to monkey in any given moment, in any given game. Does finally, 19 minutes into this 8-kill game, finally secures his bot lane tier 1. So we'll see here. Will this game slow down? I know the answer is no.
We got a Rift Herald almost expiring on the side of Power Tops. Gotta expect that Malphite's gonna finish clearing the jungle and push that down mid, I would assume.
Taking another look at gold real quick here. It's about 2K on both sides of the map for the advantage player right now. Maybe about 2,400 is the lead for hook resets. About 1,800 for ThunderCon. Massive leads for both of those boys.
Yeah, I'm interested to see when we get a true 5v5, as Bunkrick was quite late on that teleport. I mean, I felt like it was like 15 seconds before he teleported in after Garen. See if the Garen will be able to get back at the backline consistently. This Rift Herald is about to expire. Malphite? Are you gonna press it?
Alright,
Nope.
Reset's gonna, for the 100th time this game, just walks at Tree and kills him. Poor Tree.
No, man, not poor Tree. If you go back and look at some of these replays, I feel like Tree has been caught out more than any player on this team. I feel like every week, like, there's like 2 or 3 free Tree deaths that you get when you play Power Tops.
Yeah, there's definitely been some mistakes for him. About 6 of them this game. We'll see how much higher that count gets. But the vision score good. A lot better than Okja on the Nami.
Yeah. 49 to
and so
27.
Darkin, I don't know you. I've never had a conversation with you before, but I know why you were an SBL bench for most of this season. It's this 7 right here on the vision score. That's rough to see. If you keep up with me and you have a 7 vision score at 22 minutes, I'm going to find out which curse words you find the most offensive and call you them.
All you need to do is praise them down, bro.
Alright, so here we go. Tree gonna make his big play.
Darkin getting a lot of damage on Lucian.
But that being said, despite the bad vision score, he's obviously doing most other things pretty well in this game. Especially after how poorly his one preseason game went, so props to him for that.
Yeah, I'm glad another team can get a player off the bench and get him some reps and make him look good.
Yeah, we've seen 2 of the teams play all 6 of their players in actual games. Maybe we'll see 3 tonight. You know, I've heard rumors of a Shaco player sitting on one of these benches.
Oh.
See what we got. Dragon is alive. This should be pretty total control here, actually, for Power Tops. I think Autofill and Corbin, they're just way too late for this one. I guess they're just giving this up.
Yeah, they'll go and take the mid lane third instead, though.
Yeah, so Ezreal gonna toss the true shot over the creeps there, and it's not gonna be that much damage out of this mid turret, as we now see split pushers setting up on both sides of the map here. Thunder has a really good inside track onto this bot lane, though. I'm curious if it might require a TP for somebody to go stop him, actually. Cho's like trying to trade in the top lane, but they might be able to force out a really expensive summoner here if somebody's got TP down there.
Yeah, and Cho's wave's almost gone top lane. He is not going to get much out of this.
Oh, but Tuesday with a beautiful flank, steals the Malphite ult, uses the Malphite ult, kills the SBL Ziggs, and now it's the Power Tops are being power bottomed right now, running for their lives, and there's not a lot of lives remaining. 2 kills, another low health bar on Dario, and finally, Autofill makes a good team play. Hook resets, though, even when everything's going wrong, he's going to find Tree. When everything's going right,